It trolls you. It waits a few seconds.
And we're live now on Barnacules' channel. Therefore, it is now my problem and not Jay's problem. And Jay seemed quite thrilled about that. Jay's just sitting there while I'm frantically trying to figure out how to set up XSplit here. You can see our backdrop is not quite normal, and I don't have the intro stuff. But hey, we got
I'm over here. I'm over here watching YouTube videos. I got MSN News up. I'm liking this. I can get used to this.
So now Jay is hiding behind the shield that is Barnacules' crazy internet connection.
The shield.
The shield. Let's see. Is anybody even actually in here? Like I don't even see.
Yeah, you made it public, right?
I found it. Yeah, I think so, dude. Here, let's see. No, I see it. Okay, it doesn't say how many people are in here though. It just says.
I know your live counter is broken. It doesn't show anything.
It's not showing anything on your side either?
No, it's just blank with 3 likes.
Go internet.
My armpit is itchy.
Mine are too now. So guys, in the chat, let us know. Are video good? Audio levels good? This is first time in what? 20, 30 shows that I've been the one streaming?
The last time you did it was episode 67. That's what it said anyways.
It says Jay's loud and Jerry's quiet. Oh crap, it adjusted my levels again. Okay, hold on. I'm fixing it. Jerry fixing it. I'm fixing it right now. All right, ready? Here we go.
Whoa, that's loud.
Is that too loud?
Are my colors really bright? No, it looks fine.
No,
huh?
you look fine. You look beautiful. All right,
I'll back
really
off. Zoomed in. Could you have cropped me? Did you have to crop me all like zoomed in like that?
No, that's how your video was. Like I didn't crop nothing. This is how it was.
I think Skype is doing that weird thing again.
It always is doing something weird. All right, so there we go. So now we're both pretty good audio levels. Here, say something, Jay.
Something, Jay.
All right, well, we're in the ballpark. I think my levels are just a tiny smidgen lower than yours by, like, just an ass hair.
You go ahead and do the stream. I'm going to watch some videos over here on this monitor.
What are you talking about, dude? This is a group effort. This is a group effort, man. Wait, why do my levels keep going down? Stop. Levels.
I have graphics card. Look, guys, I have graphics card.
That's a nice graphic card, guys. Okay, sorry. This is the first part of this stream is going to be technical difficulty troubleshooting. Okay, so now I'm at a level of 93, so hopefully now I sound okay. But why is it Skype that keeps lowering my microphone?
If you have it set to like auto, yeah.
I think I might actually because
you went down really low again.
It's back down to 86 again. Damn you, Skype.
Well, what it's doing is it's
Here, I'll fix it. Go to Skype.
It's thinking that you're peaking.
Yeah, well, then I am peaking a little bit. I don't have automatic gain control enabled. I don't. Who is adjusting my audio? Who dare adjust my audio?
Everyone's saying I sound weird.
Oh, there we go. It's weird, Skype, the automatically adjust microphone settings isn't checked, yet it keeps moving the little ball down. Stop!
Yeah, it sounds like the audio on mine is all like webcam like audio, but it's not. It's on this mic. You should be able to hear me tapping the mic, right?
Yeah. Our levels are good now. Now, hopefully Skype doesn't try to undermine what I just tried to do. Oh, that son of a bitch, it just did it again, didn't it?
I don't know.
Skype.
Ooh, there's 105 people in here.
Skype, don't do that. No, Skype. Stop. Skype thinks it can just turn my microphone down. That's not cool, bro. Not cool. Skype's like just fighting everything right now. Are my levels okay?
You sound fine on the stream to me. My audio sounds like it's being incredibly like low bitrate though.
As long as I don't, you see, every time I talk, I'm watching the little microphone meter go down in microphone properties. It's not XSplit, is it? Oh my god. Hold on here. XSplit.
I don't think XSplit has mic control like that. I know you can turn the volumes up and down, but I don't think it has mic control.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It's funny.
While you're trying to figure that out, let me tease something.
Here, you do that. Do some teasing.
So, I've got the
Check, 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 check.
I've got 2 AMD Sapphire Nitro cards to do a review on, the 390 and the 380, if anyone's interested in those.
Sapphire? I wonder where you got those from.
EVGA.
EVGA?
EVGA is like, here, review these.
I like how when we're streaming over on your channel, we have like 1,500 or 2,000 people. On my channel, we have 149.
Because everyone's like, what is this?
They are not used to being over here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, we got normally Tech Talk, this show that you are watching if you've never seen it before. This is something Jay and I do every week on Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But due to unforeseen circumstances, I am now hosting the show on our channel, and it may remain that way. We'll see.
Testing this microphone on the stream.
Come on. Come all. All right, feel free to tweet out that link to the new stream, Jay, so people can come find us because they probably
I'll do it, and then if I tweet it and we start having connection problems, then we'll know that the offender is on Twitter as well.
That's true. That's true. We will out him or her. It could be a her. You know.
Let's be real.
All right, there you go. The tweets are out. They is out. Let's see here.
Baby, I'm gonna go back to watching GCN over here.
You stop. Hold on, I'm pulling up the stream right now. All right, there we go. So I guess we're golden now. I guess we go. Where should we pick up now that this is kind of like a weird, awkward, weird stream? It's weird and awkward and weird.
That's how things normally go.
Or my mic. Oh, dude, it did it again. My microphone audio is like way low again.
Sounds the same to me though.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just keeps going into the audio mixer and kicking it way down. And I gotta kick it way back up again. I'll just kick it back down. It's an emotional roller coaster. I have to assume that it's XSplit though, because earlier when I was on with you, I didn't have any mic issues and you didn't have any level issues.
No, but my mic sounds really weird on your stream. I wonder what's up with that.
I don't know. Maybe there's just some compression. You never know.
It sounds awfully compressed.
Well, let's talk about your topics that you had, Jay. Let's go ahead and restart on the whole Intel AMD debacle.
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Oh no, we were talking about the little AMD machine having an Intel i7 in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously, as you guys can imagine, AMD got kind of hounded. One, AMD's been getting kind of a lot of flack since the Fury X embargo dropped yesterday, with people saying basically, God, this thing is barely keeping up with the 980 Ti until you overclock a 980 Ti and then it just falls on its face. So AMD was really kind of being labeled a hype monster, where it was all hyped up and then was just kind of like a deflated balloon at the end of the day. And then on top of that, it turns out that little tiny machine they had at E3, that fancy little small form factor thing that had 2 Fury X cards in there, is running an i7 processor. So they basically came out and said that they wanted to be able to offer options to everybody. So it's like, okay, I'm confused. Sorry, I'm just running to someone. I'm confused about whether or not AMD is trying to become a system integrator now. If that's the case, one, AMD I think has a little bit of a what's their business model? Are they a system builder, or are they a chip manufacturer and GPU manufacturer?
Last I checked, they were a chip manufacturer.
So doesn't it become like kind of a weird dynamic of being a chip manufacturer and a system integrator, and then on top of that offering options with your competitor in there?
See, that's the thing that worries me.
What's going on?
It's almost like as a company, they're admitting that their processors are inferior to Intel's. I mean, now some people said that there was only, for them to fit that form factor, there was no form factor like that for the AMD chip that was equivalent. But seriously, as a company, go create that form factor. Like,
well, I don't know. They were
just
just
the competitor.
They were just hyping, 6-core and 8-core APUs. So I don't know. I almost feel like it's an admission of, well, they're better, in my opinion.
It's weird. People are saying that the audio is not in sync with the video, and I'm noticing it is in Skype.
That's always the way.
How do you?
It's always that way.
Oh, it's always been that way.
It's always been that way. Where if I sync it for me, then you're out of sync. There's like a video and audio desyncing or unsyncing that happens in XSplit and OBS. Like it's perfectly in sync, obviously, on your machine when you're watching me talk, but then something happens during the encoding process and it gets out of sync. And the problem is that you can't delay the audio stream coming in from Skype separately because it's a system sound.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, people just have to deal with it. But for the most part, I found people tend to minimize our stream anyway and just listen. So
Weird. I wonder, did OBS have the same problem, or is it just XSplit?
it's anything that records. I've noticed it with.
Interesting. So I'm curious, what do you guys all think about AMD using Intel processors in their demo rigs to showcase their GPUs?
What?
No, I'm sorry.
No, sorry. I just saw like Hardware Connects respond to something about potentially new drivers for Fury X and how I guess I have, this is really high level. I haven't read the details yet, but apparently it's like, oh, hey, just kidding. Here are the real drivers for Fury X. All the reviewers are like, what the fuck? You want us to redo it all? I'm not redoing it. My video is going up tomorrow with the drivers they gave me, which is 15.15.1004.
Oh, that's fucked up. So they already found something that they needed to change.
I don't know. Like apparently the one that's on the website is a June 15th revision. I found one on the website yesterday that was a June 22nd, which was technically for Fury X was 15.6. And you look at supported GPUs, it says AMD 300 series and Fury, and that's the drivers that I used. If they dropped new drivers today, a day after launch, which was when the embargo lifted,
yep.
If they think I'm going to go back through and spend 5 hours again benchmarking, they're wrong. I'm not doing it. I'll revisit it in the future, but I'm not redoing all my work again. Nope.
No, I wouldn't either. That's kind of a big snafu on their part.
If that's the case, it should have been ready prior to embargo lift date, let alone the day after, and be like, oh, oops.
And you said your benchmark's going to be out tomorrow for the Fury?
Tomorrow, yeah. And I almost got it completely edited before we started the stream. It'll be done tonight. I'm curious,
because I hear people throwing out outlandish claims about how it's a Titan killer, and then people are like, there's no way in hell it's a Titan killer, and I know literally nothing.
It's not, but it's not aimed at Titan anyway. I mean,
what's the price point for it?
$649. Its direct competitor is 980 Ti. Now they're going to have a $549 version, which is the Fury Pro, which is the air-cooled one, but it will be slower, obviously. And then there's like Fury Nano, I think they're calling it, which is going to be like a tiny form factor one. The whole card is the same length as the PCI slot.
Whoa.
So it's really short, or PCIe slot, so it's really short.
No, I do think that's cool. I like the compact nature of it. If the performance matches, because then you can get it in some really small builds, as you see they clearly did with an Intel processor.
Okay, wait. Here's what I'm finding out. If anyone remembers yesterday, I was tweeting very frustrated that my numbers were way different than a lot of the reviewers. One, because my 980 Ti's were overclocked, first of all. So I redid a couple of the tests, and I brought the 980 Ti back to stock clocks, and then I saw that the Fury card was pretty much matching 980 Ti, like FPS for FPS at 1080p, and then exceeding 980 Ti at 1440p and 4K by a couple of frames. Here's what I'm finding out. All the people who received their cards early from AMD got the beta drivers. But because I got my card through VisionTech, which is a retail sample,
right,
I didn't get my driver until launch day, which happens to be the official driver, which is newer than the other reviewers' drivers. So my driver that I benchmarked on is different than what everyone else benchmarked on.
And as we all know, drivers can make huge differences in GPU performance.
So I was going nuts trying to figure out why my results were not mirroring that of my fellow reviewers. So this is one of those situations where AMD not including me in the lineup and VisionTech reaching out to me to say, hey, we'll give you a card to do, actually benefited me, where my numbers are based on the officials and not the early betas. So I'm happy for that. Thanks, VisionTech.
Go VisionTech. Wait, so VisionTech was the one that provided you with the cards to test?
VisionTech sent me the card to test. I'm the only one they sent one to, apparently. And then, like I said on my stream, I'm going to give this card over to Paul for a little while to mess around with, so we can get his opinion on it. Because we all know Paul's as much of a GPU lover as I am.
He is,
So
and he's much more mellow too in his delivery of anger towards
what are
things.
you saying about Paul? Huh? What are you
just-
saying?
I'm
Let me get him on the phone.
I'm
Hold
just
on.
saying, get
Hold
him
on.
on the phone. Get him on the phone. I'm just
No, I gotta call it. I gotta bother him.
I'm saying Paul's. I don't see him flipping over any tables if it breaks his computer. So the other thing that we wanted to talk about too was the whole Batman debacle.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to bring that up, and that was actually there was a couple of issues, right? I think
Well,
the most prominent one was the frame per second lock.
Okay, so Batman Arkham Knight 42 or whatever they called it. I don't know. I was never into the Batman Arkham series. It was a game being delivered with Nvidia's bundling of 980 Ti and stuff. Uh, it's a PC port. It's ported from console, and apparently, you know who my source is on this actually, and I think he did a fantastic job at going very thorough through the numbers. Was Joker Productions. He did a fantastic job of showing the problems with Batman. First of all, it is hard capped by code at 30 frames per second. So, who in their right fucking mind caps a PC game at 30 FPS? First of all. Second of all, there was such a backlash, and I'm happy. I don't know about you guys, but I am freaking happy that the pushback from the PC crowd was so strong that Warner Brothers actually pulled the game off the market, and I think they pulled another Batman game off the market as well, and issued a statement saying that people who are unhappy should seek refunds through Steam and their brick and mortar retailers. So this might be the first time we see a massive recall and refunds for a piece of software at a brick and mortar. When's the last time you can remember going into Best Buy and being able to return software based on the publisher's recall of it?
Oh God, I can't even remember that happening like way back in the day.
You sound like super far away all of a sudden.
Oh, oops. I think I'm farting with some things over here in an effort to rectify the problem.
There you go. You were like on your
There we go.
webcam mic for
That's
a second
better.
there.
No, I was, and I was trying to see if Skype was manipulating. It's not Skype that's manipulating the volume on the microphone. It's something else.
Yeah. So this is huge, but here's my concern with that. Are the brick and mortars going to cooperate? Are you going to be able to walk into Best Buy or Walmart or Target or Fry's, Micro Center, wherever you bought the hard copy, if you bought a hard copy, are you going to be able to walk in there and say, Warner Brothers says I can come in for a refund? And how do we know their system's not going to be like, it's software, it won't let us?
I know that's actually a really good point. I don't see how they're going to be able to handle that because physical media like that is something that they don't allow you to return because it's something you can duplicate or copy.
Right. I don't know if they sent out memos to their retail partners or not, but Warner Brothers themselves in their statement suggested Steam refunds or returning to your location at which you purchased it, requesting a refund.
I'm really curious. Yeah. No, but I think you're right. I think it was a console port. And there goes my mic volume again. Yeah, guys, I don't know what it is. I tested both pieces of software. Something is clearly interfacing with my mixer and lowering the volume of my microphone. If I talk loud, like even once, it just knocks it down. Like if I go, it just knocked it down again.
Yeah.
So something's monitoring my peaks and dropping the level. And it's not Skype. I already ruled out Skype. So I have no freaking clue what's going on here. Allow applications to take exclusive control of this device. No. Let's see if that robbed it of its power. Nope, it didn't. Damn it. So I just got to keep moving the meter up. Wow, this is like held together. Spitting bubblegum.
I'm reading such conflicting, like, I'm going back on the AMD story on the Fury stuff. I'm reading such conflicting information about which the right driver was to use for Fury. 15.15 technically is the 300 series driver, but Fury uses different drivers than the 300 series drivers, and this was told to me directly by VisionTech. And when I went on AMD's website, 15.6, which is a beta, because AMD's still not WCL certifying any of the Mantle and Vulkan stuff. It says specifically on there it's for 300 series and Fury. So I don't know. Some people are saying 15.6 is the wrong driver, but what's funny is when I tried to load up the computer after I loaded on the wrong driver, which I did
Yep.
first, the entire system just black screened. I didn't even get an image, so it's not even possible that I had the wrong driver.
Wow, they really didn't coordinate this whole effort too well, did they?
I've heard from multiple sources on the board partner side from that this was like the biggest monkey fucking a football launch that there ever was on AMD's side. Like internally, like the not the way it went for the public, but the way it went internally with the board partners. That it was
Wow.
just like the biggest circus that had ever happened in terms of a launch.
I mean, is it just because it's such a big Hail Mary? I mean, is this just trying to fire as many shots across NVIDIA's bow as possible, or
you know what
it
I've
seems
learned?
rushed?
You know what I've learned is NVIDIA. When you work with NVIDIA, you work with one team. It's one GeForce marketing team that you work with. It's the same people every time. Every meeting I've ever had, it's the same people. On AMD, I'm always like, hey, I'm so and so with AMD. Hey, I'm such and such with AMD. Hey, your information was passed to me by such and such with AMD. And all of them are claiming to do the same thing, but nobody knows who each other is. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I get contacted from people in Austin, people in Canada, people who are contractors working for the people in Austin and Canada. I've had them offer me FreeSync monitors after they already gave me a FreeSync monitor. It's like, what the hell is going on? You know, so I think it's one of those things where there's just a lot of turning wheels and a lot of hands in the cookie jar. So
It's insane.
it doesn't seem very streamlined. But I don't know. The numbers that are up that are going out on the video tomorrow, those are the numbers I'm using. And it's not like, I mean, I even show in the video that, you know, the Fury X and the 980 Ti are freaking like stepping on each other's toes, which is exactly what, you know, everyone's saying. So I don't
Again,
know.
that's so basically you have a card that went out, a lot of driver confusion. It's competing with like a 980 Ti, but they don't even have WICL certified drivers for it right now.
Well, I don't know if AMD has any WICL certified.
That's true. They haven't been WICL
Catalyst drivers.
certified in a very, very long time.
Yeah, like almost like 20 months or something like that.
That's going to make it really hard for them to be on the hardware HCL for Windows 10, like the hardware compatibility list for official hardware that's compatible with Windows 10 if they don't have a WICL certified driver. Weird.
I don't know, but the interesting thing about Fury X is that it has DisplayPort 1.2, no 1.3, and it's still on HDMI 1.2 or 1.3, not HDMI 1.4, and not 2.0. So you're not going to be able to use this card in a home theater box for 4K 60 FPS playback in a home theater. You're not going to be able to do it. And not only that, most TVs don't have a DisplayPort. So you're not going to get 60 FPS to a TV, like, period.
It's funny, a bunch of people in chat are telling me how to fix my audio issues, and it's all stuff I've tried. I've already disallowed exclusive access, and that did not fix its ability to change the levels of the microphone. Still happening. So I boost them and I go, hey, what is it now? Is it working? Hold on. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Okay, it didn't work the first time I did it. Why is it working now?
Because they told you to this time?
Check. Yeah, I know, right? Nope, it dropped back down. It didn't work. It didn't work. So exclusive access didn't do it. Oh, this is annoying. What the hell? It's not even clipping on my board. Oh, well, guys, we'll work out the kinks before the next stream if we're going to do it on my channel. But it seems like this is a better place to do it because I have pretty much a DDoS-proof connection. I mean, unless you can take Amazon down.
It's funny the amount of people in the chat right now that are like, shut up, NVIDIA fanboy. It's like, first of all, if you watch the video tomorrow, you'll see that I even recommend this card.
I'm not watching it now.
Second of all, I'm pretty confident that I have touched way more cards on both sides of the fence than you've even read about. So I have my preference. I prefer NVIDIA. But shit, I've got almost every new AMD card in here. You know, I'm more excited about the 300 series, and I think that's going to get me called an AMD fanboy.
No matter what you do, you will always be called a fanboy. It doesn't matter.
I'm excited about the 300 series more than I am Fury. Fury was like, okay. But let's face it, Fury is not affordable for most people. 980 Ti and Titan are not affordable for most people. Most people are going to have, like, what would you say, Jerry, a realistic number someone would have to spend on a graphics card is? Maybe $300?
About 300. I think that's even kind of pushing it, like 250 to 300. If you're building a system.
Yeah, I'd say 250 to 300 is right, and that's going to put you right in the 300 or 380 series, and then if you can save up a little bit more, put aside about $330 and put you into the 390 range.
Yep.
And right now, I'm gonna be honest. Uh, I even had a conversation with Jacob at EVGA yesterday, the day before, and I texted him. I actually texted him on my phone, and I said, "Hey, dude, R9 390 dot 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 dot." And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I cannot recommend a 970 over this card. Period." So if that doesn't prove I'm not an NVIDIA fanboy, I don't know what does.
True.
When I say I can no longer recommend an NVIDIA card at that price point, because the 390 is just, I'm loving everything about that card. I think it is the sweet spot card, period.
And what about well, we'll wait for your review tomorrow, but I'm curious about driver stability at this point.
Well, tomorrow's video is about the Fury, not 300 series. I have three 300 series cards right now to review.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I'm curious about.
This is one of them right here, though. Now, they had to keep the thing cool by putting this massive freaking cooler on this. Look at this. It's actually...
Whoa,
it's
that's
actually
like a triple slot, isn't it?
Almost. It's 2.5 slot. But look at the amount of fins on that thing. I mean...
No, that's nuts. Well, we all know AMD runs hot. AMD likes to run really hot.
Like, compared to the 980 Ti... Let me go over to my GPU shelf right here.
It's funny, a bunch of people in chat keep saying, hey, it's in your Skype settings. I'm 100% true that no, my Skype settings I have automatic disabled. I even tried enabling it and disabling it, and it's still happening, guys. So it's not the Skype settings, just so you know.
So look at the cooler thickness difference, and I put this up on Instagram. This card right here is the 980 Ti, the one with the pipes. Look at the thickness difference between these cards. Hold on, I'm afraid to drop the 390. It's really freaking heavy. So that's 390, and then that's 980 Ti.
Wow.
Look at the size difference.
Yeah.
So, I mean, MSI obviously put a lot of effort into this. And not only that, MSI's main cooler on the AMD card, look, guys, look. It is 100% integrated into the main heatsink. Yay for VRM temps being under control. God, but look at the size of that thing. Look at this heatsink.
That's a monster, dude.
It is a monster. I mean,
and they're still using what? Are they still using DVI connectors on the back too?
On this series, yeah, because remember this is still Hawaii core.
Oh, okay, that's true.
But you know, can I address the refresh versus rebrand thing?
Yes.
So this is going to be in my video that I do about 300 series next week. You know, I mentioned a couple of times that people were saying that it was a rebrand. But I'm gonna have to shoot that down right now. As you guys know, I'm Team Green, but this is not a rebranded card. A rebranded card means they took a product out of one box and put a different label on it, put it in a new box, and shipped it. That's a rebrand. This is a refresh.
So they put bigger heat sinks on it, overclocked it, and then put a sticker on it?
You know, there is a little bit of an overclock on it, but it's just like Intel with 4770K Haswell and Devil's Canyon Haswell 4790K, where they're both Haswell. They're the exact same architecture, but there's some power delivery differences, and there's some more efficiency maturing of the die creation process, the silicon wafer process for the 4790K over the 4770K, where it has a new designation, but it's still the same chip. They just have some different architecture in the way that they created it. Does that make sense? So Intel, technically, people would say, oh, the 4790K, it's just a rebranded 4770K. That's not true. It's a refresh of the same product. So just like the AMD CPUs, the 8370, the 8350E, it's the same architecture, but they've refined the creation process of it where it's more efficient and it runs a little bit cooler. They got a better power delivery to it. And guess what? I was able to actually overclock this thing. There's yet to be a 290X that's come through this office that I could overclock and have it be stable in more than just a few FPS or a few megahertz. So I'm excited about the 300 series because it took the GCN architecture on the Hawaii core, slapped 8 gigabytes of VRAM on it. That's faster. I think it's definitely a card.
Hello. Hello, Jay. Jay has left the building. Come back, Jay. Come back, Jay. Jay, come back! Ah, crap. I stabbed him with a bat knife, and I think he really died. Come back to us, Jay. Jay, come back to us. Jay, come back to us. Jay, come back to us. Oh, Jay. Let's see. That's weird. Skype does not show any connection issues, yet Jay is just not here. Here, you guys, let's mess with him. Here, you guys can screen cap this, alright? Oh my gosh, here, let's poke him, wake him up. Jay. Wake up, Jay. Jay, you're not moving, I'm worried. Alright, well, Jay is having connection problems. I am not having connection problems, though, as you can clearly see. The 12-year-olds have not been successful in taking down the stream. Just Jay. So how about that tech talk, huh, guys? Yeah, GPUs. Batman, 30 frames per second bullshit. Even on a console, seriously, guys? Like, 30 frames per second on a console game. I would rather have shitty graphics at 60 frames per second than the most amazing graphics at 30 frames per second. Who's with me on that one? Seriously. And also, why would you want to go backwards in FPS when the whole goal of technology is to move forward? I mean, we have 120 hertz and 240 hertz TVs. Now, granted, that's not the input speed unless you're using like a computer and a special monitor. But still, the whole idea is to increase frame rate, increase smoothness. So why would you go backwards? I like everybody in chat. They're like, DDoS prevention. Yeah, no, guys, I'm on multiple different internet connections aggregated through the back end of Amazon. So if anybody's DDoSing me, it's Amazon. Oh, hey, speak of the devil. Hello, sir. We are still live. Oh, are you kidding me? Well, here, finish it up and just call me back. Or is it going to take a while? Oh, it did? All right, well. All right, well, I will let the troops know, and unfortunately, I'll end the stream. But hey, I'm still live, so yeah, that's working. It's probably because of... Alright, dude. Logged into his Time Warner modem, and it's performing a firmware update. So Time Warner thought that it would be beautiful. Probably, hopefully it's a firmware update to address all these damn outages in their area. But he said the firmware update's going to take a little while. So I think he is out on the stream. And we're approaching 6:40, so an hour and 40 minutes in. I know there was a huge dead spot. I know, guys, I know. Everybody's saying no in chat. I'm so sorry. I hate that this keeps happening. But hey, on the plus side, at least we know that the stream is solid on my end. So let me work out everything with XSplit, get our background graphic, get our intro up and running, and then next week we will just stream on this channel. Because then if somebody wants to attack, if there is an attack, I mean, he checked his router logs, there was nothing in there, so we honestly don't think this is a DDoS. I think it's just outages, and Time Warner finally released some kind of a firmware update to fix it and address it. But they need to get their shit in order so that this works. And I've got massive redundancy too, so everything's good on my side. But it kind of sucks when Jay fizzles out, because even if I'm hosting, I mean, he's still gone. Can't have a conversation and be like, hey, Jay, what do you think about that graphics card, Jay? 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 Hey, dude. Yeah, see, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. He just sits there like... Everybody's like, you talk to us, do solo tech talk. Well, technically we talked about all the topics. So, and it's weird doing tech talk without Jay, because tech talk is Jay's show. I am just the co-host. So, yeah. And somebody asked if I'm a penis. No, I am not a penis. I have one. I am not one. My internet is running slow. I hadn't noticed. Everything looks good over here. My speed test is still showing over 100 megabit, so I don't know why it's slow. Although we did have some Skype problems earlier too. Like Skype was saying that I was offline when I wasn't really offline. So Skype just seems like it keeps getting worse. I like that Nvidia's attacking Jay. Oh, all right, guys. Well, I genuinely hate to, but I'm gonna shut the stream down. I'm gonna go talk to Jay. I'm gonna try to get some things worked out so that next week we don't have any technical problems. And if we have technical problems next week, we're probably gonna move to a recorded show, because it's just silly to keep doing this if it keeps falling out over and everything's out of sync and everything's all screwed up, because that's crap. So, wait, what the hell was that? I just saw something fly by in chat there. Yeah, actually, I should just go troll through chat here and have some fun. Let's see here. Are you a vagina? Are you blocked? Okay, next. Let's see what else we got here. Wow, surprisingly, there's not a lot of trolls over in chat. I'm shocked and happy at the same time. Woohoo! All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna shut her down. I don't even know how to shut her down. Like, how do you shut down a YouTube stream? I think I dragged this thing over here. All right, guys. Well, this has been a really weird one. I'm sorry about that. Everybody go over to Twitter and hashtag, oh my god, Tech Talk Amateur Hour, what the fuck for the win. Uber cakes and sauce taste delicious, but you can't eat them because you're on a diet. Try to fit that in 140 characters. All right, later, guys.